Hi, I'm Nilanjan and I warmly welcome you to the channel. I hope you are doing well. This is the last part of the 100 most commonly used phrasal verbs video series. And in case you missed it, we completed these phrasal verbs in the last 3 videos. And in this video, we will learn these phrasal verbs. In case you have missed the previous videos and you want to watch right from the first video, which you definitely should, I will leave a link to a playlist down in the description, and it also will be in the cards over here. Alright, let's start with the phrasal verbs now. The first phrasal verb that we will learn in this video is set about. Set about means to start doing something, especially in a determined or enthusiastic way. She set about the problem with her usual energy. Next we have set in. If something unpleasant sets in, it starts to happen and is not likely to stop for a long time. For example, as winter sets in every year, the population faces food and fuel shortages. Then we have set off, which means to detonate a bomb and cause an explosion. For example, the police do not know what set off the bomb. The next phrasal verb is set out, to start doing something or to start working on something to achieve an aim. For example, when we set out on this project, we knew it would be difficult and time consuming. Next we have set up, which means to start something, such as a business or an organization. For example, she set up her business with a 10 lakh rupee loan, and now her business generates that much in revenue daily. Next we have sit back, which means to relax. Sit back and enjoy the movie. Sit down. It means to move from a standing to a sitting position. For example, you better sit down for what I'm about to tell you. Sit through, which means to stay until the end of an event, such as a meeting or a performance that is very long and very boring. For example, we had to sit through 2 hours of speeches. Sit up, which means to move from a lying or a slouching position to a sitting position, or to help somebody do it. Would you like to sit up and read for a while? Next we have take in. You take somebody in or you take in somebody when you allow that person to stay in your house or your country. For example, he seemed homeless, so we took him in. Then we have take on. If you say that you took somebody on or that you took on somebody, it means that you employed them. For example, we are not taking any new staff at the moment. Then we have take back. If you take something back, or if you take back something, you admit that what you said was wrong. For example, I didn't mean what I said about you being a leech. I take it back. The opposite of take back in this case would be stand by. So if you still believe what you said earlier and you don't want to retract it, if you don't want to take it back, you can say, I stand by what I said earlier. Next we have take down, which means to remove something that was previously put up or put in place. For example, it will take time to take down the holiday decorations. Now many of you may have heard take off being used while talking about an airplane leaving the ground and starting to fly. But take off can also be used to talk about removing something, especially a piece of clothing. For example, you need to take off your shoes before entering the temple. Next, we have take out. Take out means to remove something from somewhere. The doctors had to take out 2 of my teeth. Then we have take over. One of the meanings of take over is to take responsibility and control of something. For example, he will take over as the chief marketing officer in April. Take up. To start doing something regularly as a hobby, job, or interest. He took up chess at the age of 7. Next, we have turn back. Turn back means to go back in the direction from which one has come. For example, we should turn back now. It's getting dark, and I don't like the look of those clouds. A small variation of this is to turn somebody or something back, or to turn back somebody or something. It means to make somebody or something go back in the direction from which they have come. The police had to turn back hundreds of vehicles as the bridge had collapsed. The main difference between the two is that in the first one, you are turning back, And in the second one, you are making somebody else turn back. Then we have turn down. If you turn something down, or if you turn down something, you reject something that has been offered or proposed. For example, I didn't want to work at the company, so I turned down the offer. On the other hand, if you say turn someone down or turn down someone, it means to reject an application or offer made by somebody. For example, the army turned him down on medical grounds. As you can already see, turn down is a phrasal verb that is related to jobs. If you want to learn idioms related to jobs and businesses, make sure that you subscribe because that video will be up on the channel very shortly, and trust me, you don't want to miss that. The next phrasal verb is turn in. If you turn something in or if you turn in something, you give it to somebody in authority. For example, don't forget to turn in your assignment after class. On the other hand, if you turn somebody in or if you turn in somebody, you hand somebody over to the authorities, which in most cases is the police. For example, he learned that the police were looking for him and he turned himself in. 5 more to go. We are very close to the end now. Then we have turn off. To turn off means to stop a piece of equipment from working temporarily by pressing a button or moving a switch. For example, on your way out, will you please turn off the television? Turn out. Turn out. It means to happen in a particular way or to have a particular result, especially an unexpected one. I'm sure it will all turn out well in the end. Turn over. Turn over. If you turn somebody over or if you turn over somebody, you hand over that person to somebody in authority, especially because you have been ordered to do so. For example, the local police turned him over to the CIA. The second last phrasal verb that we will learn is turn up. Turn up. To turn up means to be found, especially by accident, after being lost or not known about. For example, all the missing documents had miraculously turned up at my desk. And the last phrasal verb for the day is work out. Work out. Most of us already probably know that working out is related to exercising at a gym or at home to lose weight or to become stronger or whatever the reason may be. Here's a more advanced meaning of the phrasal verb. When you say something worked out, you mean that it ended in a particular way or that it was successful. For example, things don't always work out how we want them to. Alright folks, that is it for this video and also this series of 100 phrasal verbs. If you have not watched part 1, 2 and 3, where we learn 75 more phrasal verbs, you can do so by clicking here. It will open up a playlist with all the 4 videos in it. You will also find links to those individual videos in the description and also in the pinned comment. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. And while you are at it, also leave a like. That motivates me to make more videos like this one. If you have got questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments section. I'll see you again soon. Take care and stay safe. Bye.